Good morning and welcome. Today is Saturday. May the 4th be with you. All right, yes, May 4th, Star Wars Day. All right, so I got in my first order of new items from the new annual catalog. And when I saw the catalog, I knew this is one that I had to get right away. Not only because I love dragonflies are my thing, but snapdragons are one of my favorite flowers out there. Love snapdragons. Goes back to my childhood. My grandpa Port used to plant them on the side of his garage, and as kids we would go out and we would push them all the time, and sometimes we would like ruin them. Yes, sorry. So I knew I had to get this one. I just knew it because dragonflies and snapdragons. Now if there was dragonflies and lantanas, ooh, then we would have to really talk about it. Anyway, so this is a 9-piece stamp set. It is an 11-piece, oops, sorry for the glare, 11-piece die set. So there you are. Now, like I said, oh, here, let me show you. It's in the new annual catalog on page 72. So here's this beautiful layout. All these images, of course, inside the catalog are copyright Stampin' Up. So yes, page 72 in the new annual catalog. All right, like I said, I haven't even played with this yet. So let me grab a piece of basic white cardstock and let's see what we can do here. All right, I am going to also grab out, I think, Petunia Pop. I think that these colors look like they will fit on there pretty good. And let me go ahead and grab out one of my longer blocks. So I think we're going to need those for these. All right, so let's just kind of dive right in. Let's start in with the actual items here. Now, when we get to the dies, there's 2 per stamp. So we'll have to see how this looks. I'm not sure how this is going to stamp because this is a brand new pad, and it possibly, let me grab, even though it's red rubber, I'm going to grab this out just in case. See how this looks. All right, not bad. You know, I don't know if we really need that since it's the red rubber. Let me try again. So I think, oh look, yeah, look at the way that that's shaded. It is supposed to have lighter spots, so that is correct. All right, so let me go ahead and put this over here on my glass mat. Let's grab the next size down. I think I'm going to do 2 of each, just because when we get to the dies, I want to show you how they cut out. Again, those are part, you see the inflections on the label itself, so those are meant to be like that, shaded like that. All right, and again, this is a very juicy pad, so it could be that it would act differently if I was had pushed the ink to one side. Ooh, love that. And again, you can see on the label how those are supposed to be different variations. All right, it might stamp differently if I'd used my little glass mat, but we're going to keep with it for now. All right, so now let me go ahead and grab one of my smaller blocks for these dragonflies. Oh my gosh, love it. And here, that is a full facing one. I'm wondering, let me see. I'm trying to see where my spoon is. Sorry. I don't see where my big spoon is to move things over. But let's just try moving a little bit of that ink. You see how it is there? Let's just move a little bit of that ink over and see if they stamp the same. Oh, see, you get much better definition when you move them over. I don't know, since I rearranged where my big spoon is to move everything over. Sorry. Huh. It's not where it usually is. All right, I'll find it later. But let me go ahead and let me just take this and let me, now, your ink will resettle after it's been there a while. But let me go ahead and push most of that to this end. And I just want to see how this one stamps now that we've moved some of that ink over. Not a lot of difference. Yeah, not bad. I could just stamp these forever. Yeah, it's probably better to have some of it pushed off to the side like that. Oh, I don't want to put that away yet because I still have more to stamp. Oh, and now I must have got some on my fingers. Look at that. I have some right there. Let me grab out my wipe. All right. Grabbing out my wipes just to wipe off my fingers. Because I got some of that petunia pop on there when I went ahead and was using my old Cricut spatula. Put that back there. All right. So now we have some splatter. Who doesn't love a good splatter here and there? Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, and then we have some words. Let me grab this up for the words. So we have inspired by you. We have wishing you strength. And then so sorry. All right. So those are the stamps. Like I said, there's 9 of those. Now let's get to the dies. I'm getting my hands cleaned off here just a little bit. All right. Let's cover up this by storing it upside down. Of course, all of that color will realign itself back. And you know, I'll use my big one. Usually I thought I would bring over my mini, but don't think I want to use the mini today, just because sometimes, especially when I'm on the recordings, it will try to mess me up. All right, so let's go ahead and put this down. Now I am going to, let me take my snips. I am going to kind of cut about halfway here. And I'll cut these words by themselves. Because there's not dies to cut those out. But let's just go like that so I can have them down in a smaller size that they'll actually go through here. All right. Let me put my snips back up here. All right. So let's start with the largest ones here. So So here's the dies. Like I said, you have 2 for the larger, you have 2 for the medium, and you have 2 for the small. Then you have all these stems. So let's go ahead. Grab out my poster tape here. Should have out my thicker poster tape, but we'll go ahead and. So I am lining up, I'm looking down here to get those lined up, and then I'm also making sure there's not too many white spots up there. So I'm thinking it's not exact. So let's go just like that for that one. And then here we have just the outline. So let me get my post-it tape. Did I call it poster tape? Post-it tape. Let's see. Let's kind of line that up. All right, and let's cut through on this one. Let me get my top plate. We'll just do 2 at a time. We won't. Oh, hang on. I don't have my plate number 2 in there. There was no resistance. So hopefully that won't move. My plate 1 and plate 2, and then I have 2 3s. Now we have that little bit of resistance. All right. So let's look at this. Very nice. I was just a little bit off. Oh my gosh. Wait. Look at all these little ones that have to punch out. Oh my God. They're just falling out. How much fun is that? There's a whole bunch of little ones there too. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I have. I don't know where my little, I have to look. I have, of course, my little mat that came with this, but I think I got most of them out. There's just a few that still have to be poked out throughout here. All right, so there you have that one. Like I said, there's still a few more to be poked out there. And then you have the full one. So you could really do 2 different colors and layer them on top of one another. And that's going to give you some depth. All right, so there's that one. I think it's going to be pretty much the same for the rest of them, but let's go ahead and cut them out. Let me get those scritchies off. Grab quickly a magnetic plate just so I don't lose any of those. All right, that's in there. Put that over here. So now let's go to the next size down. So that's going to be these 2. So again, I'm trying to line up so there's not a lot of white space showing, but you do see that there are going to be some things that are outside of that. All right. I think I'm going to do this one over the light one. So then we'll have some variations. Let me make sure that that's kind of lined up on the edge there. There we go. All right. Cover sheet. So again, we have these. We're just going to kind of go over and get the majority of those out. Here's this one. All right, let me put these two. So you can see I have the majority of them out, but there are still a few that need pushing through here. But let's show you. So here's those two by themselves, and here's when you layer them, which is really pretty because you have like the darker outlines from the top going over that. See how those are darker, those are lighter. So if you did two very distinct different colors, you would really have a really pretty result. All right, and then let's go to our last one here. So we have these two. Do it like this, a little more up and down so I don't cover up that one. This one, trying to line up again there. That looks pretty good there. Right. And again, same thing. You're going to have some to peel off there, and I just got the majority of them out, but there's still some left. And you have that one there. So again, you can layer them. If they're the two different colors, which I'll show in the examples tomorrow, you're going to see the difference. All right, so then we have our dragonflies. Hopefully I didn't cut his body off there. We'll see, I guess, right? Let me go ahead and turn it this way. All right, so there's that one. I'll bring it up in a second. Here's this one. Oh my gosh, so pretty. All right, so let's go ahead. I'll bring him up a little closer. So there's those dragonflies. I'm a little off on his little body there, but there's the two dragonflies. And then you have the three, I'm gonna call them stems. Go ahead and get this out of the way. So let's go ahead, we'll do those. Let's see, what color do I want to do those? Just for contrast. Let's just go ahead, we'll do them. Looks like that's possibly crumb cake. And we have these three here. I know it sounds like it didn't even cut them, but it did. So then we have the two here. And the one that's still stuck. Oh, there it goes. Came out. So these are going to be show you. When you layer them over, these are going to be the little stems. I'll have to look to see how it goes exactly, but I believe these are the little stems for them, because they're the 3 different sizes and they match up to our image. So see, like, here's the long one. Oh, and I just dropped it. All right, here's the long one. So you see how it kind of curves along with that. So I'll look up some pictures of snapdragons. I don't think they go on the outside. I think they're on the underside, but I'll double check just to make sure for you. All right, guys. Oh my goodness, I have a mess as always. Let me go ahead and close this up. I have lost one of my stems already. But here you are with the different size dies. Oh, I might be a dragonfly down too. Oh no, here's a dragonfly. We have stems, but I dropped one of the stems already. And then you have the word pieces and the splatter. So that's your bundle with the Snapdragon Inspiring Snapdragon stamp set. Sorry, let me bring that back out here. Inspiring Snapdragons. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Come on back tomorrow. We'll do a card together and I'll have some other examples to show you. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up. Share me with your friends and on your social media. Most of all, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.